Hey there, and welcome. You know that feeling when you meet someone new for the first time? It's the same everywhere, right? Well, today, we're going to break down exactly what to say in English so you can walk into any introduction feeling totally confident. So instead of just throwing a bunch of grammar rules at you, we're going to jump right into a real-life situation. I mean, it's the best way to see how people actually talk, isn't it? Okay, take a look at this. It's a pretty typical friendly chat between a couple of people meeting in a class. This kind of thing happens all the time, and believe me, the phrases they're using, they are the absolute building blocks for pretty much every introduction you'll ever make.
So the big question is, what are they actually saying? And more importantly, how can you say it too? How can you learn these key phrases to introduce yourself and ask about other people? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out in the next few minutes. All right, let's put on our detective hats for a minute. We're going to check out a couple of different examples of introductions and see if we can find a pattern, a secret code, if you will. Let's see what they all have in common. First up, let's look at how we talk about famous people. I mean, who doesn't like Hollywood stars, right? When we read a short bio about someone like, say, Chris Hemsworth, we're really just getting the basic introductory facts. Okay, zoom in on this one sentence right here from his bio. He is from Australia. Super simple, right? It's direct, it gives us a key fact, but I want you to really focus on those first two words. He is. Okay, so we've seen how it works for a famous actor. Now let's switch gears and look at how someone introduces themselves online. This is Judy in a chat room. It's way more personal, first person, but let's see if we can find that same connection. So Judy writes, "My name is Judy and I'm 19 years old." Whoa, see that? In the first part, we've got that word is again, and in the second part, we have am, which is shortened to I'm. It really does seem like these little words are popping up everywhere, doesn't it? Okay, I think we have enough clues. It's time for the big reveal. We are about to crack the code. There is one simple key that unlocks all of these sentences, and we're going to look at it right now. So what is the big secret? It's the verb be. That's it. It's honestly one of the most important verbs in all of English, and it is the engine that makes all these introductions work. The crazy thing is it changes its shape, but it's always doing the exact same job, connecting a person or a thing to a description. Okay, let's break this chart down together. Seriously, think of this as your master key. So the verb be, it changes depending on who you're talking about. When it's you say I am. Simple. When you're talking about someone else, just one person, it's he is or she is. And for more than one person, like a group, you use we are or they are. It's kind of amazing, right? How one little verb can be such a chameleon. All right, so you've got the basic rule down. Now let me give you a little pro tip. This is one of those small changes that will instantly, and I mean instantly, make your English sound way more natural and smooth. Like, this is how native speakers really talk. We love to combine words. So instead of saying he is, we kind of just squish them together and say he's. It's called a contraction, and it just helps everything flow better. They are becomes there. We are becomes were. It's not just faster, it's what you'll hear in pretty much any everyday conversation. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. When you're making a negative sentence, you actually have two choices. How cool is that? You can either mash the verb and not together, so is not becomes isn't, or you can stick with combining the person and the verb, so she is not becomes she's not. And the best part? They're both totally correct. Okay, enough talk. You know the best way to learn this stuff is to actually do it. So guess what? It's your turn. Let's put this knowledge into action with a couple of quick practice questions to make sure it's all sticking. All right, here's the first one. How would you rewrite this sentence? He is from Hong Kong, but using a contraction. Go ahead, take a second and think about it. You can even pause if you want. Yes, that's exactly it. He's from Hong Kong. So simple, so clean, and it sounds perfectly natural. Fantastic job. Okay, you ready for a slightly tougher one? Let's try a negative sentence this time. They are not American. Now, remember what we talked about. There are two correct ways to do this one with contractions. Go on, pause for a second and see if you can get both of them. Awesome job. You can say, they're not American, or you can say, they aren't American. See? You're already using these contractions like a total pro. All right. Let's just take a quick step back and appreciate what you've just learned. This isn't just some boring grammar rule. No way. This is a real skill. It's like a new tool that you now have in your English communication toolkit. I mean, think about it.
In just the past few minutes, you've totally unlocked the ability to make an introduction. You can now make statements and even ask questions with the be verb. You can understand those short bios we looked at, and you can understand basic information questions. That's huge. So, what you've really done today is you've learned the code, the fundamental code for introductions in English. You now have the exact structure you need to talk about who you are, where you're from, and to ask those same questions about other people. You've got the tools, you have the superpower, so the only question left is, who are you going to talk to first? Get out there and use it. It was really nice to meet you.